Here we go. And posted. This game is gonna be awful. Alright. Let's see what we're in for here. Oh boy. Oh boy. What are we in for with this pile of trash? Let's see here. I'm gonna be following the guide here because I really do not want to have to play this for any longer than is absolutely necessary to get all the achievements. Apparently there was no money in the budget to animate the mouth. I'm
Also, her hair doesn't match her skin.
You mean how it's kind of just a poorly made Unity asset plunked right on top of the model's head as opposed to made to look like it blends at all, absolutely at all? Anything?
She's wearing a wig.
Yeah. Also, who says, hello, I am name, and I'm standing on the marker in front of my closet. Open the closet. Can I? Alright. Cool, I'm not going to be doing any of that because there is no achievements for it. No, we're done. We're good. Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss. Mission booklet. Oh boy. Oh, okay. The only thing that would make this worse is if all the text was in Comic Sans.
It's really small for the text box.
Yeah. Oh, achievements, that's what we're here for. Yeah, alright. We're done. Okay. Oh, there's a map. Alright. Wow, that is a whole lot of nothing. I mean, I kind of guess since it's supposed to be like a horse riding game of some description.
Hey Mitch, it's a black screen for me.
Great. Why is... Are you on the phone?
Yeah.
Let me see here. Give me 1 second. No. Stream seems to be coming up just fine. Maybe it's just the app on the phone? I have no idea. Oh, well, that might be why. Might be unsupported.
I followed your link.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. It might be unsupported in a browser on mobile. You might have to use the app.
But I watched it from my phone last time. From Facebook, from the link.
I don't know why it's doing it then. But I've got the channel pulled up right here. Or I did.
Do you want me to check on my computer?
Sure.
Because if it is black, I don't think you want to be extremely black screen.
I mean, like I said, I have it right here. It's working just fine. Okay. Let's see what this pile of trash has to offer us. What do we got for these books? There's a book just called Pasta. Right there. There's a...
That's your book. That's the book for you.
Just a book called Pasta. Okay.
I'm assuming it talks about all the shapes.
Alright, let's get the guide up here. So, let's see here. Before you begin, there's a chance that the sword... Why are we going to be like a Valkyrie riding a unicorn? There's a chance that the sword, shield, and helmet may be located in a separate space. These are story-related and should pop when I say they will. If they don't, reload your save. Always save at the beginning of a chapter. Alright, so we haven't done that, so let's save a game. There we go. Start a new game, generic character, right bumper to run. Thank God we don't have to do... What is that run cycle? Okay. Wait, let me see. What is this walking and running cycle? Okay. The game will have you run around, so just follow the waypoints because collectibles are not available at the moment. When someone starts calling your name, go towards the exclamation point on the map. It appears whenever they say your name, which will be often. At the end of the tutorial, you will meet the unicorn, or at least the very first unicorn.
This is your horse. You can now give it a name.
It feels weird because everything's in the wrong... Oh, God.
Okay, it's working on the computer.
There we go. Doodle horse.
So, you've given your horse a great name. Or horses if you have more than one.
Oh, God. Please tell me there's not going to be an achievement for collecting horses.
Here you can see your horse and all the essential information about it. Name.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Before we go out on
Oh, God. All right.
I need to tack up the horse with my horse equipment.
Tack up the horse. Oh, boy. All right. Wait a minute. They didn't just, like, I don't know, put a plaque on the door or anything like that? Make it look like it actually belongs there and isn't just a VR label right across the top? No, I guess not. All right.
I can tack up the horse here. There are two areas, modern and medieval horse accessories.
Ooh, hold on. Medieval? Can we be just like a knight?
I don't have any medieval horse accessories yet.
No, we can't because we don't we don't have any. Okay.
And more modern.
All right. So
Send to the village.
there was literally no point in that other than just telling you where the menu was. Got it. All right. Come on.
Now I can mount and
So you press Y to get on the horse like you do to get in a car in GTA.
you can now see some new displays at the top of the screen. The bar shows the horse's
Fast. All right. So there's horse endurance, walk or stop, and it will recover.
shows your horse's contentment. If a horse is dirty, it will be
Oh.
my horse is very unhappy.
It looks fine.
I need to
Okay. Oh, look. Forward to go forwards, left to go left, right to go right, and back to go back. I never would have guessed.
the right of the endurance bar.
Alright, faster and slower. Makes sense.
You can make your horse jump. But right now it is too dirty and unhappy, so it won't jump.
Is that how horses actually work? If they consider themselves dirty, they just won't jump or run?
Grooming view.
No.
Here you can see all the tasks you need to complete to best groom the horse. Once you have completed them,
Okay.
first remove the coarse dirt.
Coarse dirt.
Do this.
Alright, so we're just Alright, so we're just going over the horse with a brush.
Now you
Alright, good. So next tool.
for the horse's coat.
Alright, so now you just go over the horse with a sponge. Same concept, just different thing, I guess.
Finally, select the hoof tip. Now go over the little lumps with the hoof picks.
Oh. What? Okay, so it's literally just go over the different parts of the horse with the different tools, I guess. What is this game? There we go.
Very good. The horse is now clean again.
So
Now
exit.
finally ride into the village and visit Ramona's store.
Oh, there's the horse. I thought he disappeared into that thing of light, circle of light. All right, onward, Doodle Horse. This is running. Also, wait, look at the horse's front legs. They're not where they're supposed to be. They're actively breaking away from the model. Oh boy.
Real horses run with two broken legs.
This is running, by the way. Oh, no. Okay, so... Oh, alright, so it's not run like you're on foot, where you just hold right bumper. It's putting it into gear like a car. Right bumper makes it speed up. Oh my. Where's the running in the 90s song right now? Oh boy, what is this game? What is this game right now? I like how it has a frame rate of about 15 FPS, on par with a modern toaster, you know? Alright, let's go over and see this Unity asset village that was just thrown together.
Them textures, though.
You know, where they... Oh boy, what is this?
I like the statue of a horse.
Get off the horse, please.
I think you have to go into the circle of light.
I can only enter Ramona's store.
Oh my god. It teaches you that you have to dismount the horse before you can go into stores. It's like, I think that's common sense.
Hello, Ramona. You got anything new in?
Uh,
Hello, Layla. There isn't much right now, but I'm working on a Miko. If you like something, select.
I'm good. I don't want to spend any money.
The store is just
Alright. This is wild.
Hello, Layla. Nice to see you. You can buy new horses in the horses category. You can buy new boxes in the boxes category.
New boxes?
Yet, you'll need a new box before you purchase a new horse.
Oh, box as in place to store horse, not giant wooden
I
crate.
thought it was a giant wooden crate.
Have fun browsing. If you like something, select it and you will see its price. Press the buy button.
Yeah, I understand how buying things works. Thanks, Finn.
Before I forget, Penny wants to speak.
Penny? Okay, I'll go right over to see you.
God, it sounds like these people are reciting their lines at gunpoint. Penny? Yes, I will ride over and go see her.
The voice acting is subpar.
Hello, Penny. Did you want to speak to me? Hello, Layla. You're finally here. Yes, I mean, of course. I
No,
will.
you know what this
Oh,
sounds
this
like?
is so sad.
My
His
Man.
rabbit.
his no, not Carrot.
He was playing with Carrot at the bridge near the waterfall when he fell into the river.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Her kid has a pet rabbit that he took down to a waterfall and then fell into the river with the rabbit.
The rabbit
No, I
was
think the
so
rabbit
scared
fell
that
into.
it ran
Oh
away.
wait.
My son was able to swim to the riverbank, but now he's in bed with a cold. Okay, I'll ride right off. Thank you so
Lady, your rabbit might be dead.
The rabbit didn't fall in. The sun fell into the water and scared the rabbit. No, you know what their voice acting sounds like?
What?
It sounds like they're aliens who are pretending to be human.
That would definitely be on par with what we're hearing.
Hello, Mitch. I'm glad to see you're playing a video game. It looks like you're having fun today.
Oh, God. It's all gonna be this, isn't it? Just galloping through an empty field. Oh, goodness. Okay.
There's a unicorn somewhere here, though.
Yeah, according to the guide, we get to meet the unicorn at the end of the tutorial. This is insane. I bought this on launch because I knew that it was gonna... Well, it was gonna suck. I knew that. But Go out to your local GameStop and try and buy a copy of The Unicorn Princess for Xbox One. You won't find it. I'm fairly certain I'm the only person in, like, 250 miles that bought this copy.
You mean this game?
Oh. What the hell?
What's that? Who's calling my name? I should open the map and see what... Layla.
What the hell? There's a ghost saying my name from across the bridge.
I'll ride over to the... Layla.
Oh god, a nuclear bomb
Oh.
might go off.
I think I know what that is.
The unicorn.
That's how unicorns appear, right?
Giant glowing orbs.
Layla.
You ran through it.
Oh, there's a marker. I just assumed that going into the bright light. Yeah, we get the point. Are we gonna meet the unicorn?
What is that?
Yep, that's a unicorn. Alright, we're on the board for this terrible, terrible game.
That unicorn looks so sad. Also, what's going on with the grass?
Oh, who knows? Alright. This may or may not be a life-changing moment for you, because it was for me. I now realize what my life has been missing. More unicorn. Not unicorns. Singular. Unicorn. Follow waypoints until you can go between two flags and start a race, and fail on purpose by avoiding all coins but going between all flags to unlock another achievement. The horse talks! Okay.
I'm the unicorn you.
I come... The dream world.
Only you. Because me? You
Because you are a loving and helpful person.
Oh, thank you. The dream world
Wait.
is in danger. Help me shield up and stone. You have to help me get back the guardian of the dream world.
What is this?
Jump on my back and we'll rock.
The unicorn paid us $500. What is this? What is happening? What is this game? Oh my god. What is this game?
Oh, Mitch, I found a new copy of this game.
I don't need it. I don't want it. I already have one. Oh, okay.
Welcome to the dream world, Layla.
Ah, yes, the dream world. A slightly darker version of the normal world. Except for over there in the distance where they didn't change the sky gradient.
Everything looks so everything's different in the dream world, Layla.
Oh my god. What is this?
Starting point, the race for the bronze rings.
Alright. So are we just gonna discard everything we learned in the tutorial? Like at the beginning of the game? Because the unicorn doesn't appear to get dirty or have any kind of temperament bar at the top.
No, unicorns are always happy, Mitch. It's a unicorn.
Okay.
Wonderful. We need 7
7 bronze
bronze
rings.
lighting so. Take this. In addition to the bronze, if you do collect a silver or gold ring, are you ready?
Sure. Is this a timed race? Or is it just race and collect all 7? There's no timer. Alright, so... The guide says to avoid all the rings and just ride through the flags. So we're gonna do that. Oh boy, this game is something. there's just nothing to this. This is the blandest. I struggle to even call this game a demo, if I'm being honest. This is just, there's nothing to it. I can see why it got pulled from the marketplace really quickly.
This seems like a project, like somebody's
Like a college student's
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You said something about it being pulled. Do you want to say something more about that?
So the game, what was it? The game is made by a company. I don't know off the top of my head what they're called. I can look it up after we're done with this quote-unquote race. And they have another game called something along the lines of My Little Horse Riding Championship 2016 or something like that. And the start of the game where we had the horse and we had to clean the horse and we talked with the shopkeepers and whatnot, that is all a direct rip from their other game, the Horse Riding Champion 2016. None of that is original. They literally took their old game, the My Little Horse Riding Champion whatever, and just put a new coat of paint on the horse to make it a unicorn, and apparently just changed the sky to green instead of blue, except, like I said, over there in the distance. Okay. There is It Happens. Now grab only the bronze rings, because the other... Okay. So we're going to try again and get all the bronze rings. So because the game is a very blatant asset flip, Xbox pulled the game off the store not even a week after it launched. It launched digitally worldwide on the same day, and on the same day as the digital launch, it also got a physical release in Europe. And then supposedly the physical release was coming to the United States at a later date, and then I guess Japan as well. Obviously then the game got delisted, and I went down to my local GameStop and said, I'm going to need a copy of this when it comes out, please. And, with good reason. This does not belong on Xbox as a platform. This is Steam Early Access trash. Let's see here. What happens if I get more than one? Okay, so it counts more than you need. There are more bronze rings than you need. Got it. This is just... oof. Oh, God. Like, I can't even see this being entertaining to, like, a small child who is really, really into unicorns. Which, I mean, I have to assume that's the market that they were aiming for, right? There's no way they'd be like, yes, the adult men who only play Call of Duty demographic, that's what we're aiming for. I have to imagine they didn't say that during the dev meetings for this. Alright, we did it. That's all the bronze rings. So that'll be another achievement. Alright, the unicorn paid us another $500 for just running around and grabbing bronze rings. This is, sorry, Nate, I missed your message initially. I have the guide up here. This is a game called The Unicorn Princess. As you can imagine, I'm only playing it for the achievements. Let's see here. Now you have to return to the real world. Okay. Look for the rabbit, search around the old smithy, find it, and take it to Penny. No, I figured I was just going to keep the rabbit. And there's our achievement. Okay. Oh, boy. What is this trash? Oh, we just... Alright. I figured that the... Let me see here. I figured that the game would just send us back normally without any further input, but, you know, whatever. There we go. Oh, man.
Ooh, what an adventure. I was in the dream world. The unicorn Unicorn said I should look for Carrot near the old...
Okay. We just completed that, so save. That was chapter 2, I think. Alright, so now go to the old blacksmith, dismount, pick up the rabbit, and then we'll go with the next step of the guide. Ooh, boy. So we're moving right along as fast as this stupid horse will take us, with its broken front limbs that seem to extend away from its body when it runs.
So this is the old smithy.
Yeah, search for the rabbit. Where's the... Oh. Boy, I wonder where it could be.
Hey, there's the little... Now quickly back to Penny in the village. She...
Okay, we found Carrot. We found Carrot, everyone. Thank you, Kingdom is Lost, for following. Appreciate it. And, oh, thank you, Nate, for following. Much appreciated. Let's see here. So we just found Carrot, the rabbit. So ignore the waypoint, but go back to the village. Save your game and buy all the horse accessories at the store. Okay. So now we have to make a dead sprint across this empty field again. Whoo, boy. This is something else. Okay. You know, I apologize that this is not more entertaining. If anyone has any ideas on how to make a PS2-looking unicorn game sprinting across open fields entertaining, I'm all ears.
See what kind of ridiculous stuff you can buy in the store.
I guarantee you it's only going to be just, like, bland horse stuff with just a different, like, hue slider change,
You
so...
can get medieval clothing.
Yeah, but not according to the guide, not at this. At this, it's literally just going to be all the horse accessories, which is just, like, a different color.
No, there was the lady shop, Ramona,
Yeah, but she sells hair.
and clothes.
I only saw hair.
That's because you didn't scroll through the menu.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so we're going to ignore the marker. We're not going to take the rabbit back just yet. But instead, we're going to loop back around to this guy's horse stall. Alright, there we go. Wait, are all the horses on the same animation cycle? They are. Some are at different intervals, some aren't. Quality. Okay. Come on. Alright. Oh, hang on a second. So, save game. Game is saved. Go buy all the horse accessories at the store. There are 2 tabs, but you only need to pay for the one with the accessories, not the horses. It will cost you $1,120. Is it the box? No? Not the one with the horses. Is it this? Can't be that. Let's see here. It is located in front of the shop where you buy all the clothes. Oh, left trigger. What? Change page. Okay. What the heck? Alright, so now we just gotta buy all this stuff. And then, oh boy, blankets. That should be an achievement. There we go. So we got that. Keep going and you will end up in chapter 4. Outside you will hop on your horse. Why does it want me to... The guide is saying to save your game before making the purchases, but I would imagine that would only be so that you can just, like, close the game, go back in, and still have all your money.
Or if there's some glitch with it, where you might buy something and it doesn't show up.
Oh, good point. Oh, goodness. Most of this game is just collectibles. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, well, it doesn't mention anything further down about restarting your game, so we're gonna keep going then. Oh boy. Alright. So keep going and you will end up in chapter 4. So once we get to chapter 4, I will resume reading this here, reading this guide. Alright, Penny, here's your rabbit.
Hello, Penny. I have good news. Layla, that's wonderful. Here. This is for you. One more thing.
She gave me like $400 for finding a rabbit.
Made to promote our beautiful village. But the
I had
suppliers lost
30...
them. Now they're all
There's a
scattered throughout
bat?
the area.
No, that's a bird.
It definitely looks like a bat.
One more thing. I had 30 unicorn miniatures made to promote our beautiful village. There's an extra space between the word but and the word the. They didn't even spell check. But the supplier has lost them. Now they are scattered all throughout the area. Now they are all scattered throughout the area. Okay.
That's too bad.
That's too bad. Oh well.
It sure is. If you find them, please bring them to me.
For every 10 you find, you'll receive a reward. I'm going to guess that's some ridiculous lump sum of cash.
I'll ride home now, and on the way.
Okay. So now we have to get on the horse. There we go. Now we have to ride back to the house. Looks like it. Okay. I'd also just like to say, it made a whole big deal about the horse will get dirty and not run as fast and it won't like you and all that good stuff. The whole dirty thing, the meter that they use, has not gone down at all. No. Wasn't there a bridge of some kind?
Yeah, like on the other side of the map.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh boy. $40 game, by the way. I mean, there's not even, like, ambient music or anything like that. It's just silence. Like, you're not even getting the clip-clopping of the horse's hooves. It's just pure silence from point A to point B. Was there no money in the budget for royalty-free music? Royalty-free ambient music from point A to point B? Alright. I think this is our house. I can't really be certain. Oh, there's one of the miniatures, but I'm not going to grab it just yet. We're going to wait until we get to that part of the guide. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, there's the shield, I guess. It just shows you the shield. Alright, so let's see here. What's the guide saying? Alright, you'll end up in Chapter 4. Right, save. Okay, game saved. Outside, you will hop on your horse and follow the voice prompts until you end up in magical dreamland. Okay, so we have to go get on our horse again. What is this camera? You know what this house reminds me of? You know, we've played the Hannah Montana movie game. This looks like the house from that game, which is,
Worse.
but, you know, obviously lower res. Oh, there's the unicorn again. Off we go.
Oh, so it wasn't a dream. I need to ride to the Layla.
Oh boy, it's just gonna be that, isn't it? Oh, what? Alright, so we can't go up hills too steep, I guess.
Is that the
I think I see I think I see it out in the distance. A giant ball of light. Oh goodness. Okay.
She also doesn't look like she's realistically riding a horse at all.
Yeah, no, she looks like she's riding one of the those little like quarter-powered machines outside of a grocery store. Like the big plastic thing that you put 50 cents in and it goes for a minute. Oh my goodness. I know. I apologize for the repetitiveness. This is something else. Yep, there it is.
Layla, there you are. You found me again.
Now that
I'm
you have
so
helped
glad.
humans, I can
And
appear to
my
you
son.
again.
Now that you've helped.
Get on the... Alright. There we go. And lens flare.
Did-
Boom, we're in the dream world.
I don't think anybody creating this game has ever talked to an actual human.
Nope. Alright.
Today we have to search an area for a shield. Find the guardian of the dream world's shield.
We have to find a shield. Find the guardian of the dream world shield.
Exact shield you have to find.
Take a good look at the shield as this is the exact look... What? Okay. So let's see here. You'll get to a point where you have a large area to search. Head north towards the tents. And around the lake until you are above the words lake. Oh god, the game's really struggling right now. Or maybe it's just the illusion of it struggling because every blade of grass is just swaying in the wind. Alright. Let's pick up the pace here. Come on. Whoop, nope, this is the wrong direction. There we go. Why? I don't understand this. There's no reason for any of this kind of game design. I just don't get it. Alright. Let's see here. So, I'm just going off of a screenshot here. Got a little bit more ways to go. Apparently it's around here somewhere? Hmm. Or no, it was... Oh, no. It was further back. Do I have to go to the red X first? Am I jumping the gun here? Because it's not giving me the area on the map that I have to search. This is a game. Someone paid money to make this, and then I paid money to buy it. I don't know who's worse off.
You got this as a gift.
No, I bought this.
No, I bought it.
Oh, right, you bought it.
You got it as a gift. This was your anniversary present.
Alright, so let's run down to the red X here. And do our best to progress the story. Air quotes, story. And get off the horse. Can we not?
Yeah, I think you can in the world.
There's no indicator.
There are lots of shields scattered about the search area. Once you have collected the handoff point will be shown
What?
once you have collected.
Why do you have to interact with two different, like, circles of light just to trigger the quest, I guess you could call it?
Where are the things floating down?
They're fake shields. They want you to take a look at the shield in the top left-hand corner and cross-reference the awful JPEGs that they put into the game with the awful JPEG in the top left-hand corner and try and find the real shield. Which is why I went over to that area before. Oh, goodness.
Does it always appear in the same spot?
I assume so. That's not it. It was like somewhere over here, according to the guide. Also, shout out to the guy who wrote the guide for this game. Imagine playing this game and then be like, I should make it easier for everyone else that's going to play this game. Oh, what was that? That was a tree. Okay. Where the heck? Okay. I can kind of see. I think that's it. Since it's the only one that's been sparkling up to this point. Yep, that's it. So to be clear, in order to do this mission, you have to step into a... you have to find the unicorn, then you have to step into a circle of light to trigger the mission, and then you have to step into another circle of light to, I guess, ensure that you do want to trigger the mission. And then you have to hunt down this shield and then bring it to this other light thingy.
Excellent, Layla. You have found the guardian of the dream worlds. Your reward is richly deserved. Ramona
Gave me $1,000.
to her.
$1,000 for finding a shield.
I don't think money has any purpose in this
Find
world.
No.
See you
Like, this
soon.
is like
R-
Germany after World War One.
Ramona needs your help. Ride to her. Once you have helped her, I will call you again. Okay? Boy, this is interesting. All right, so chapter 5. We're on chapter 5 now, so we are 1/3 of the way through the game, according to the guide. Also, I love how it's just you're immediately where you were. How do I... Oh. Alright, so north and cross the bridge. Go to the red X and then follow the waypoint to collect flowers. You don't need to dismount to get the flowers and then return them to the store for another achievement. This is just one giant fetch quest. The entire game is a fetch quest. They're like, you know, with that other game we made, it really focused on, you know, competitive horse riding, and it didn't have much of a story. I think we can do a story. And then they make this. Ooh, boy. Oh, look, this is something new. Trees. Like, more than a couple trees in one area. There's actually a forest of some kind. Also, let me just take a look at...
Same trees at different angles.
Let me just take a look at the map here, because from the look of it, we have her house out in the middle of nowhere, right? And then everywhere else, it looks like there's one more building south of there, but everywhere else is just nothing. And then there's a village that has maybe 10 or 12 houses and like 2 businesses.
There's also the hut.
This is just like, you're in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing of anyone's interest. Which way am I supposed to go? No, I can keep going straight. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, there are deer in the game, apparently. I just rode past a couple that seemed completely unfazed that a human on a horse was barreling at them. Alright. Let's see here. We are almost there. I'm just hoping that the whole collect the flowers thing that she wants us to do doesn't require us to ride all the way across the field again. Or all the way across the map. Seems like that's the only way they get you to play this game for longer than a few hours is... Oh, well, the objective's all the way over there. Better ride your horse. Okay. So we have arrived, and we need to help Ramona, or visit Ramona. She's going to tell us that she needs our help collecting flowers. For some reason. Seeing as how I think we're one of 4? Hypothetically 5. There was that lady's son, but we haven't actually seen him, so we can't confirm that he actually exists.
Hello, Ramona. How's business?
How's business in this town of 5 theoretical people?
Hello, Layla. Well, it looks like I'll have to close the store for a while. I need to get something.
Oh, gotta
Close
get
the
something.
store? You can't.
You can't do that. You might get a customer.
I'm afraid I have
natural hair dyes.
What? I have to search for 7 ingredients.
Natural hair dyes? You mean without chemicals? That'd be awesome.
What is this? What is this text? What is this
Yes,
chat?
without chemicals. I've been refining it for several weeks, and now I'm just missing 7 natural ingredients. Searching.
If you have a list of the ingredients, I could...
Really? That would be wonderful, Layla.
7
There's the
different
map
flowers.
right here.
Okay, so it's not just... Oh, boy.
Why do all of the birds in this town fly really low?
I mean, there are no humans. Find the yellow flowers on the... Okay. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to keep this map up here that the guide has. It's technically for the collectibles. But it also... Let's see here. Oh, that's handy. It gives you a little marker so that if you happen to be riding by, you can see it.
That's the yellow flower.
Okay. Red flower. Oh, and it's got an X on the map. Okay. So we don't have to worry about that. There's another one of the figurines. I hope everyone is ready because up next is the collectibles. There are 26 of them. 20, nope. 29? Why not 30?
The red flower.
Okay.
Just heck you. You want 30, you're getting 29.
Alright. I thought this was just going to have us wander around until we could find them, but it's good that it actually marks it.
This is the blue.
Okay. So now we got to go over here. I'm also thankful that they're not particularly too far apart. Except for this one, apparently. Which is all the way back at our house. Oh, you know what? They're doing it. Each flower is subsequently further away from town. Which means we're going to get the 7th flower. And then it's going to tell us, okay, go return them to Ramona. And we have to ride across the whole map again.
Hey,
Okay, purple flower. It's up this way. Find the purple flower at the fork in the path. How is anyone supposed to know that that's where it is specifically? Like, oh, I was riding by or driving by the other day and I saw this purple flower. Figured it would be good for my hair dye. Alright, there we go. This is not exactly at the fork in the path, but I'll accept it.
such a beautiful purple.
Alright, brown flower opposite the waterfall. Yep, it's the whole map. Because the waterfall is opposite the town on the map. Okay. I'm hoping we can get through the game without having to clean the horse again or do anything like that, just because it's tedious and there's no achievement for it. But the horse seems to be holding up just fine. Is that... okay. Whew, boy. This game is interesting. Is this game even on Steam?
Nothing.
I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if this game isn't on Steam. Like, specifically... I guess it wouldn't be early access.
Nature is astonishing.
White flower near the chapel. Oh, nope. I think it's going to take us back to town for the last one. Okay. Let me see here while we're Just casually running.
You're in a tree.
Oh, yep, there we go. It is on Steam. It is on Steam for $20. And it is not early access. And it does not have... Someone is specifically saying that this game is not recommended because it is too short. More games like this. Skyrim, Planet Zoo, and Spyro the Reignited Trilogy. I'm gonna have to doubt that one. Oh boy. Alright. So it looks like we are getting close to the last flower here. And I believe Mission 5 is... Or we'll get the achievement for completing Mission 5 once we're done with that. Oh, straying off course a little bit. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, the horse is tired. I think that's the first time we've actually done that, and all it took was running a circuit all the way around the map.
Now I've got the white...
Okay, bring the 7 flowers to Ramona. There we go.
Hello, Ramona. So you have all 7 flowers? Thank you so much, Layla. Let's head home and see how the new natural hair dye...
Wait, she gave us hair dye? Okay. Alright. Collectibles have now appeared on the map, and you may have noticed them. It is now time for us to go and collect them all. Use this map. They are all in plain sight. As long as you remember to stand on the number on the map, you should see it. I didn't need a video or pictures, so the pictures should be enough if you can't find it. The number is out of whack, so I suggest you do it by which one is nearest. Save every so often to prevent crash and confusion. Alright, so we'll go by region, I guess, instead of numerical order, since we are closest to number 24 up by the chapel. Let's see here. Yep, there it is, straight ahead. Can you not pick them up on the horse? Oh, boy. Please tell me you can pick them up on the horse.
Ah,
Yes, you can. Okay, excellent. So the next one is down by that lake that we collected the flowers at. I'm gonna save the game real quick. There we go. Alright, so it should be right over there. Alright, so the next one is number 29. It is further down here. Let's see here. It's right when the path curves and you can go through the woods. It should be right along the path here somewhere. Is that it straight ahead? I think it is. Alright, there we go. Next one is number 12. It is at the end of this winding path. But it is closer to the bridge down here in the trees. Yep, there we go. Alright, next up is number 11, which is across the bridge here and a ways south. Okay, I was about to ask if this was supposed to be a farm. The answer is yes. Look at that pop-in. It just looks like a brown field until you get close, and then the wheat pops in. That is amazing. The other thing is, I very much doubt there is any reason to come to some of these areas unless you are grabbing the collectibles. Okay. So there's that. Now number 14 is, I believe, at the top of that hill, straight ahead. I think I might see it. Maybe. Oh, yep, there it is. Just up the hill. There we go. Alright, next up is outside the other house down over here, or this might not even be a house. Some sort of mill, maybe? Yeah, this is like a mill of some kind. So that means that literally the only house that isn't in town is the main characters. Alright, so now we got a little bit of a ride to the next one, which is number 16. It is at the bottom left-hand corner of the lake here. Looks like there's some sort of building. Building a rock, maybe? I have no idea. Actually, it might be at that rock that we saw earlier. Yeah, so we're starting to get close here. Even the birds are having FPS issues. Yep, there it is. So this is number 16, but we are not going in numerical order, so we've still got a bunch more to go. Alright, next one's on that little inlet over with the lake. Right over here. Yep, there we go. So that's number 17. Your horse is discontented. It will not jump. Oh, great. I don't think there's really any reason to do any jumping in this game. Alright, so the next one is on this other little peninsula here. Right there. Oh, don't go in the water, please.
I've already found 10 unicorn miniatures. I should take them.
Alright, there's 10. So we're going to grab number 19. We've reached a point where it's kind of awkward going to which one, or choosing which one goes next. So just going to try and zigzag around the map here. There we go. There it is. Alright, I'm also going to save real quick. There we go. And now number 27. should be due east of here on the little land bridge next to a pond. It's on the top one. Maybe it's not a land bridge. Almost. But we're coming up on that. Oh wait, there's 30. Okay, I missed number 30 on the map. Alright, so that was number 27. So, while we're on this side of the bridge, we're just going to ride up real quick here to the waterfall and grab number 20. And then, just because these two are probably the most remote, I'm going to cross the bridge to the other side of the waterfall and grab 21. And then we'll just backtrack down to the central area of the map, which is the only one we haven't covered, and get the remainder. I'm not sure how hard it's going to be getting number 9, because from the looks of it, it looks like it's on an island in the middle of the lake. I'm not sure if our horse will appreciate swimming, but I guess we'll find out. Horse is very discontent. It will not jump or gallop fast, so I guess when we pass our house next, we should probably clean it up, make it happy. Alright, where is this thing? It's supposed to be around here. Was that it? That's it. There we go. So now we just follow the water down to that house. And there should be another one there. And from there we'll start. I have no idea who that is. Wait, are we earning money for each one that we pick up? I don't recall having $2,800 in our pocket. Oh, okay.
For the hair dye.
Ooh, we might have to beeline it for the house after this. This horse is slowing down big time.
So I guess that answers your question. Yes, you have to go through the rigmarole of taking care
Oh,
of your horse.
alright, we got caught on the bridge. Oh, don't you hate it when you get caught on flat surfaces? Alright, so we'll beeline it for our house right after this. And then just work on the ones in the center. Let's see here, where is it? It says it's like right in front of the house. Yep, there it is. There we go. Alright, so we've gotten all the ones from the outer circle of the map, I guess you can say. So everything that's left is just in the center, so we won't have to go on huge trips across the map to get any of this stuff anymore.
It's telling you to ride to your house now.
Yep. Well, it's been telling me to ride to my house the whole time. I've just been ignoring it per the guide. Oh, yeah, this horse is not happy. I mean, I wouldn't be either. Look at his limbs.
He's running on 4 broken legs.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. We've just crossed the second bridge, so it's going to be just a little while until we get to the house. Kind of trying to make a beeline for it so that we can actually get the horse cleaned up and then get him galloping again. Just trying to keep an eye on the map so that way if we come close to any, we can knock those off the list too. Like that one up there. What is this? This has got to be number 8. Yes, that was number 8. So we got number 8. We don't have to come back for that one. And it looks like 1 through 6 are all pretty much within walking distance of the house. So we'll grab those first. And then just circle back around. The one behind the house, so that must be number 4. Or behind the stable, I guess. Alright, so we're going to go over here. Alright, let's get the horse cleaned up, make him happy again, I guess. Alright, there we go. So the horse should be nice and happy now. Get on the horse, thank you. Alright, so number 1, it says is somewhere over here? Is that it, or is that just another tree? Oh, there it is. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 3 was the one over here that we passed by earlier. There we go. So we've got 1 and 3. 5 is opposite of 3, so it's over here. Oh, it's on the dock. Come on. Alright, there's 5. We got 1, 3, and 5. Let's go grab 4 and 2. And then we'll double back for 6, and then loop back up and around to get the rest. Alright, there's 4, and it says 2 is a little bit further up in the woods. Somewhere here. There it is.
I found 10 more unicorn miniatures.
Alright, so that's 20. So we're going to save. Alright. So we got 1 through 5. Let's go grab 6. Then we can head east to 30. Then work our way backwards. Let's see. Path is going to diverge here. And then it says it's just off the road over here somewhere. Maybe it's hiding behind this tree here? No. It says it's closer to where the path diverges. There it is. Again, shout out to the people who found all these and put blood, sweat, and tears into playing this game enough to find all of the collectibles. Alright, there we go. Come on. Close enough. Alright, now up to 26. Mm. I don't think the view counter actually works. Alright, where are we? It's probably referring to these, maybe? Yep, there it is. Alright, so that's 26. 23's up by this giant barn. Right over around here, I think. Yep, there it is. Alright, now, what the heck? Alright. Now, 28 is back this way. So it's somewhere here in the woods. It looks like it's near a clearing next to the road. There it is. Alright. 7 is further down. We're gonna kind of zigzag here. Yep, there's number 7. .22 is further up here at the edge of the forest. I think I see it ahead. Maybe that might be a rock. Yeah, it's like a bush or something. There it is. Alright, that was 22. We already got 8, so that leaves 9 and 10 as the last two. And like I said before, 9 is on that little island. 10 looks like it's on yet another peninsula into the lake. So we'll just hug the water here. Wait a second, what was that? Nothing. Okay, I'm seeing things. I'm hallucinating unicorn trophies because we've been hunting them for so long. Let's see here. So there's number 10. Alright, and so now we have to figure out how to get to that island in the water. So let's just try riding our horse through it and see what happens. The horse can swim. The horse can swim with us on its back. I don't think that's a thing that horses can do. I mean, swimming, yes. With us on their back, probably not. Also, I like how, if you look closely, the animation is just the horse walking. Just underwater. And there we go. That should be the last one. At least I believe so. I think we've... Did we get 18? I don't think we got 18. I'm going to double back and just double check. I'd rather be wrong and only have ridden this far than be right and have to ride all the way back. So we'll make just a quick detour here. Now that I know that you can just cross water wherever, there's no need to use the bridges. Like, if it's more convenient to just go straight through the water, then we're going to go straight through the water. Because I know we got 16, I know we got 17, I know we got 15, I know we got 19. I do not know if we sidetracked all the way to the hut and get 18, which we should probably do, just so that, oh, yep, there it is. We did not get 18. So she should remark.
Now I've found the last of the unicorn.
Yep, there we go. So there is all of them. So now, as we're riding back in the direction we came, let me read up on the guide here, see what we need to do. Alright, so now we have to return the statues to Penny. So we're going to ignore the story just a little bit longer. And that should be another 50 gamer score achievement. Alright, we're moving right along. That, I think, was probably the biggest thing that we had to overcome, was those 30 collectibles. And I do apologize, because I know watching someone collect collectibles, especially in a game like this, probably not the most entertaining thing. But I do appreciate anyone who's sticking with me. Thankfully, that was not the worst set of collectibles I've ever had to get. There have been some stinkers in the past. So we're just going to ignore that and continue on to town. We'll give Penny all of the unicorn statues. She'll give us like $80 bajillion. And then we'll just return home to that Circle of Light and complete the mission, which I think will give us yet another achievement. Seems to be one for every single mission. But just going by like how the length of the guide, we went from 1/3 up the page of the guide to almost to the bottom, just because of the pictures that were included for where to find all the unicorn statues. So the bulk of the guide is done. The rest is just going to be mop-up after that. And let's see here. We've been going for about an hour and a half. This game is rated as like a 3 to 4 hour completion. So unless something pops up that's just a major grind fest, I think we'll have this done in a reasonable amount of time. There we go.
Hello, Penny. Here are your first 10 Hello, Layla. Wonderful.
What's the reward? Did she give us a reward?
Hello, Penny. Hello, Layla.
I don't think she gave us...
Hello, Layla.
I don't think she gave us anything. Oh well, whatever. Maybe it was a collectible or a... Let's see here. Ride back to your house, continue the quest with the following quest marker to start Chapter 6. Go to the unicorn and win a race, which is the same as last time, but only with silver rings. I think someone needs to tell these people what a race is. Because collecting rings with no one else around and no timer does not a race make. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just seeing the race, and then after that is buying all the clothes and hair dye, which takes $1,410, which we have more than enough. I don't think it's really possible to not earn money in this game. Alright. So, I think... What is it? We'll probably get back to the house, and then the unicorn will start calling our name from the next state over. We'll be like, oh, we hear our name being called. It must be the unicorn. And let's see here. Oh, you can tell it's the dream world because the sky is not blue. Alright. Chapter 6. Save game.
Hey, Mitch.
What's up?
We're gonna have to have a change in plans for dinner
Okay.
because all of the hot dog ones got moldy.
Ooh, that's too bad.
Layla.
Oh, alright, yep. Unicorn's calling me from the next
The
state
unicorn
over.
is calling me. If I want to help the unicorn,
Layla.
I like how it says, if I want to help the unicorn, I'm going to have to go to her and seek her out. But at the same time, it's like, it gives you no choice. There's nothing else to do in this game. It's like, if you want to help the unicorn or, you know, just ride around aimlessly for no reason. Alright. So let's see here. Yes, yes, I know, I know.
So I was gonna make baked beans in the cup, hot dogs, and throw them into the baked beans.
That works.
Layla.
Alright, I don't need you doing it too. The unicorn is enough. I don't need two people saying Layla creepily.
Layla.
Okay, I'm here. Jeez.
Unica, there you are.
Layla. Good work helping Ramona. Now you can.
Didn't we just get off the horse? Only to get back on it just to talk to the unicorn, which means then we have to get off the horse to get back on the unicorn. Oh my. I hope this was made by a group of college students. I really do, because, hoo boy. This doesn't look any better than just like a college Unity asset flip.
Check the map to see where it is.
Ride to the marker. I mean, right here?
Wonderful. We now.
Yep, silver rings. I get the concept. You've done it once before. Just trying to be a bit careful here not to grab anything we don't need. There we go. You know, I'm thinking about this, and it says that the bronze rings and the gold rings in this race exclusively, it said it about the silver and gold during the bronze race. How if you collect a ring that isn't the color that you're looking for, it'll take away one of the rings that you want. I'm willing to bet, you know, picture this. They're making the game, and you know, they're making this game, so obviously keep that in mind. They look at each other and they're like, you know, we have the race all set up, but we just can't make it so that, you know, the bronze and the gold rings don't disappear. Like, if we put the rings in, it's all the rings or none of the rings. So what do we do? And so they're like, well, we can just turn it so that gold and bronze give you -1 instead of +1. That makes sense. Genius! Genius! Put it in the game right now. Oh, boy. Okay. There is more than double the number of rings that you need, which I think we could have potentially just gotten every single ring, regardless of color, and then we still would have won. There we go. I'm talking about picking up every single ring, and I just immediately go for one that we don't need. My god, it's still going. Watch, the gold race is going to be even longer than this, I can tell you that much. There we go. And finished. 3 times the number of silver rings. And she gave us $1,000.
Remember now, climb up.
Alright. And there's mission 6 done. So now, at the start of Chapter 7, go to the clothing store and buy everything. All clothes and hair dyes. Alright, we're going to save the game. And we have to go visit Carl. I don't think we've met Carl yet, or was Carl the kid who lost his rabbit playing near a waterfall? Where are we? Oh, we're south of the village. Okay. Alright. You know, just looking at the guide here, it looks like the next few steps aren't going to be as tedious. We've got another one of those search things. It looks like we're going to be going for the Guardian's helmet next. Like, are we the Guardian? Is that us? Are we finding it for someone else? Why is the unicorn asking us for help when they can just ask someone else in the dream world? Is this all just a fever dream inside this child's head? Alright, I think I see Carl. Is that Carl? Yep, it looks like Finn, but instead of wearing red, he's wearing black. So obviously it's a different it is literally the same person, but in a different clothing set.
Really? I'm glad to see you.
Yes, I do. I've had a new business idea.
What is your new...
Well, I've discovered that James is really good at carving. Since I work with wood, I've asked him to carve a...
Great idea.
Sell to tourists.
Have a new
Who?
line of business for your
What
wood.
tourists?
James could also earn some money.
That's right. Everyone would benefit from it. James should have finished carving a fig...
Of course.
Wonderful.
Oh, God. Oh, it wants us to go all the way. Okay. It wants us to go all the way across the map. Alright, well, let's at least get an achievement before we have to do that. Let's go buy everything. That's all this game is right across the map here, right across the map there. Alright. Let's see here. So, this starts Chapter 7. Now is the time to go buy from the clothing store. There are 2 tabs. You need to pay for both. This will cost you $14.10, and you will unlock Rich Ramona. Wait. Alright, there's that. Doesn't look like there's anything there. And boots. There we go. Rich Ramona. Alright. Save from now on before and after every achievement. All that are left are story-related achievements, but if they don't pop, it could be a glitch, so reload. Go visit Carl, then visit James. Then get the carving and return to Carl. Alright, well, I am just gonna ride in a straight line until we get to James. How far are we? Okay. Well, buckle up. This is going to be a bit of a ride. Alright, it might actually be worth it to take bridges. Not to get to the hut. It doesn't look like there's actually a bridge. We'd have to go all the way up and then cross the bridge and all the way down. So we're just going to skirt the top of the lake, get down to the peninsula, and then cross the river, the little tiny river there. And then we'll head back and we'll take all the established roads and bridges, since it seems like it's faster actually than crossing the big river. But we're almost done. We are almost done. So after we get the carving from James, we just have to then find the helmet. Let's see here. What else do we have? Pick up trash, complete mission 10, complete mission 11, find the sword, mission 13, 14, 15, and then win the entire game. That is the name of that achievement, is you have to win the entire game. Not just some of the game. The entire game. All of it. Oh boy. So this this game that I have, I figured it would be a good stream game just because of how ridiculous it all is. I don't really have another one lined up, but if anyone has any ideas on what they'd like to see, just let me know. Either through a DM or through the chat, you know, whatever works. Let's see here. There we go. Oh boy. There we go.
Hello, James.
Layla?
No problem. Carl sent me to...
Yes, yes, the wooden figure, of course.
Okay.
Goodbye, Layla.
Alright, so we can't actually confirm if he exists or not because we haven't seen him and he, quote-unquote, can't come out of the hut right now. Alright, there it is. So now we have to hop on the horse and head back to Carl. Alright. Making good time. We're just about 2/3 of the way done with the game. Okay. Can we just hop this fence? Oh my goodness. I have never actually tried jumping with the horse. Look at this thing. Holy cow. Alright, well, I guess we can jump. And there's no need to go around the cow field. You know, the gigantic field that houses 6 cows. There's no need for that. We can just go through it now. Oh yeah, much faster just crossing the bridge. God, not even just ambient music. I apologize for all the dead air. Like, I'm trying to fill it in, but there's just... You would think that there'd be, like, a little, like, fantasy royalty-free song playing softly in the background as you just gallop around. No, there isn't. There's nothing. There's no sound effects aside from the voice acting. I just, like, there was a developer for this, so they made it, right? Probably thinking they could make money off of it.
Hello, Carl.
And then there was a publisher, so they went to a company and said, we'd like to put this on modern consoles, please. Alright, there is that. We're going to save. Return to your house, clean the horse, then continue. It's good. It looked like it was getting to the point where the horse would start to throw a hissy fit again. Let's see. No, we don't want to cross that river. Clean the horse, then continue. You'll be shown the Guardian's helmet. Go to the unicorn, then the waypoints. Search the area. Go to where I am on the map. Okay. Oop. So yeah, they took this thing to a publisher, to another company, and said, we would like to put this on modern consoles and PC, please. And the publisher just took one look at it and said, yeah, sure. Alright, so we have arrived. Let's clean the horse up. Come on. There we go. Alright, horse is happy, healthy, whatever. Also, like, still, we've purchased everything. Everything in the stores. And we still have $4,000. That's the helmet. Okay. Alright, Chapter 8, save the game. I wouldn't normally be saving as often, but if the guide says that this game will break on you and not,
There.
or it'll crash or stuff like that, it's just, I really don't want to be doing all this again. Oh god, this one's all the way up by the town. We're going to be hearing that Layla thing over and over and over again for a while. Oh, yep, there it is. You can see the giant ball of light from across the map. Alright, we're almost there. Come on. There we go. So now we're going to talk to the unicorn. Another task? I bet you we have to go and find that helmet.
Today we have to search it.
Search for the helmet. Oh, wait. They actually have put some effort into the dream world.
The hand up.
Beyond... Oh, yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta make sure... There we go. It looks like the town becomes more of a medieval town in the dream world. So, alright. It's not just a copy-paste of a modern town. I also like how it's like, they want you to find the exact helmet or shield or sword, but it doesn't matter even bothering to look for the right one or try to cross-reference on the screen with what you're seeing, because the right one has just a bright light around it, so you just have to look for the bright light. There we go.
Excellent, Layla. You have your reward as Penny needs your help.
$1,500. Okay. And so we're done with that. Next chapter begins. We have to go to Penny and collect trash. There are 50 pieces to pick up. Oh, yep, look, the village is trashed from all those people that aren't around. And save. Now I have to go back to Penny. 50 pieces of trash. Not go full speed or you will have to loop back. Oh. I mean, honestly, if it's easier to just do it on foot, we may as well do it on foot.
Layla. Something terrible?
No, it's not quite.
What's happened?
We've been attracting so many visitors to the village now, which is...
Yes.
Just imagine. A group of tourists has left trash all around the village.
50 piles of trash.
Yes.
Oh
What
boy,
would the
50
tourists
piles
think
of
when they get
trash.
there? Would you...
I'd better get right.
Ah, yes, I will be the town's trash. Oh my god. There's so many of them. Okay, you don't have to interact with every single one. That's good. It's like we have all these free Unity assets, and we need to make something happen in the game with them. Otherwise, what's the point? Oh, come on. At least this isn't going by really slowly. It seems like it's... I mean, even not going as fast as possible on the horse, this is still not too bad. We're already at almost 20 piles of trash, so... Also, who makes this much trash? Because there's like a full McDonald's meal worth of trash in every pile. Was it just like one group of people that were really hungry wandering around town? And if so, where's the local McDonald's? There we go. So we'll grab this one. And then it looks like they're scattered down the individual lanes, so we'll double back for those. Oh, excuse me, I've already forgotten your name, Finn. Alright, there we go. That's what it meant by double back. Wait a minute. Let me see one of those piles of trash up close. I think there might legitimately be McDonald's trash in there. No, but one of them literally just says coffee cup on the side. Alright, 5 more, and then we're done collecting trash. We'll get another 50 gamer score achievement, and be one step closer to completing this. I think this is one of those games that, once we've got all the achievements, it's going to go on the shelf, and it's not even going to be looked at after that. Alright, we did it. Let's run back and turn in our 50 piles of trash.
So, that's fantastic. Here's your thank you, Penny.
Almost $2,000. Great. Alright, just going to barrel through the horse field here. And we're headed back to the house. It's going to start chapter 10. I believe there are 15 or 16 in the game, so we're about 2/3 through. And it says something along the lines of it's going to play out like the rest. Find the unicorn, collect the golden rings, get the achievement. And then after that, we're going to get back to reality, and we have to go visit Mark in the village. He'll send us out to find 7 ingredients. So it's just like finding the flowers again. Oh, get off the bridge. Come on. All right, we are almost there. There we go. So we're going to start mission number 10 now, I believe. The golden rings? Is Sonic here? Is Sonic in this game? Sonic the Hedgehog? Gotta go fast? As in, gotta complete this game fast? Cause, oh boy. Oh, yeah, here we go again.
The unicorn is calling me again. If I want to help Layla.
Yes, I know. Go, 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 go. Just go. Oh, look, we can see the giant ball of light from over the hill. Well, at least this one's close. Where is the little red thing of light that we need to stand in? Because I can't see it through this thing. Yes, I know we're here.
Unica! There,
Layla, I'm glad.
Alright, there we go. Okay. Ouch. Alright, so now, yep, golden rings. Let's go. We gotta race Sonic the Hedgehog for his golden rings.
Wonder we met so in a if you are you
Is that allowed? We're technically not starting at the starting line. Alright, so hopefully this should be the last race mission. Once we're done with this, we won't... Because, I mean, they ran out of colors, guys. What are they going to do? Platinum rings next? copper rings? Tin rings? Who knows? Anything is possible in the world of Unicorn Princess, y'all. Alright. So we've got... Oh, we've already got more than 7. Okay. So maybe the race will be over soon? I mean, I know there was 21 silver rings in the last one, but that doesn't mean it has to be the same for this, please. Was that a rabbit or a snake? Oh, there's gonna be like 35 golden rings, isn't there? Because there was, what, 14 bronze ones, 21 silver. Oh, slow it down. That's a bit of a tight corner. There we go. Alright. God, it really is having us go like the entire length of the map, isn't it? And I still can't get over the quality of this game. Of just, I don't normally go out of my way to call games bad. Like, even a bad game can still be funny. But this is just, there's nothing redeemable about it. Like, and normally I'd be able to forgive that, too. I've played some really bad games that really don't have a whole lot of redeemable factors to them. But it was made by, like, one guy. One guy in his, like, office or something like that. And so in cases like that, it's like, yeah, you know what? One person, first try? Sure, it was a pretty good first try. This was made by a team of people. A studio of people. They all put their heads together and came up with this. Like, why? Like, if it was in an artistic vision, dude, close your eyes. Because this is just bad. It's not even funny bad. Like, the intro was funny bad. Because the intro was just off its rocker weird. And this is just like, it goes from like, okay, this is weird, but I'm kind of on board for it. I can kind of get that. To, oh, we're doing the same thing over and over again. All right, I'm not so on board for it. And I told you it was going to be longer. It took us all the way around the entire map. Or not the entire map, but most of it. All the golden rings. We got a ton more money for no reason. And that should be mission 10. Yep, Golden Rider. There we go. Not gonna lie, I didn't see that was a loading screen at first. I thought that Dalmatian horse was gonna be our reward. It was not. Alright, go visit Mark in the village. Oh, hi, Mark. And this is the 7 ingredients. And then after that, we're gonna have to find the hero's sword. Or the guardian's sword, whatever you want to call it. Oh, is Mark gonna be a new NPC? I don't think we've seen Mark yet. I don't think we've seen him before. Nope, Mark is a new NPC, maybe? Hang on a second. That's Mark. And they're literally all just the same model, with different hair and different clothes. Mark, Finn, James, they're all the same
Mark.
person.
How's it going?
What's that shirt that he's wearing?
Hello, Layla. I'm helping my father develop.
That's nice.
No, I'm afraid.
I can fetch the...
Oh, that.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Alright, Doodle Horse. Let's go. We've got yet another errand to run for someone who should be paying us a lot more money. Oh, who am I kidding? They're giving us $2,000 to go pick a few plants.
I've got the blue...
Alright, there we go. So wait, blue herb, brown mushroom. Also, what's with the people in this town coming up with just... Oh, I've got hair dye that conveniently uses plants from the surrounding area, and it comes in all different colors. Now this person's like, I'm gonna make hoof ointment. And conveniently, all the plants that I need to make that somehow are in the surrounding area around town. Go get them. Here's $2,000, thanks.
That's the brown mud.
There we go. Oh, I at least hope it has us doing loops so that we don't have to travel far to turn this quest in. I mean, that's what it did with the hair dye and the flowers quest. Oh, I don't like this. Is this going to take us... Oh, okay. I thought it was going to have us cross the whole damn lake.
That's the
Did it
water.
have to be lake water? And now it's just having us get dirt. So this guy just wants us to go out, get a mushroom, a flower, lake water, dirt. Like, I don't think any ointment I've ever seen has ever used dirt. It's like, oh, only the finest soil from Farmer Jenkins's fields. Sure, it might have a little bit of cow manure in it, but that's what gives it character. Alright, I've lost track. Are we on 4 or 5? I have no idea. I stopped paying attention after the second one. Ooh. Sorry, lightning just flashed outside my window.
A beautiful...
Alright, red herb. There we go. And now sand from the beach. You know, guys, when you go out and you're like, oh man, I really need some ointment. This one's got extra beach sand in it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess we had to have a reason to have the players come down to this part of the map, huh?
The sand...
And resin from a tree stump. Guys, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't think this person knows how to make hoof ointment.
Your pick.
This one. Thank you. Alright. So this one's gotta be like right near the lake or something, or the pond right near town. Or it could be about halfway there, because I can see it from here. Great. Cool. Alright, that should be all of them. Back to Mark. Or we can... let's just make a mental note not to buy hoof ointment for our horses from Mark. I don't think the man actually knows what he's doing. I mean, good for him trying to strike out on a new business venture, but that's going to be a no from me, dog. All right. Let's see here. I mean, to be honest, I really don't mind the race missions or the find the legendary artifacts or whatever missions over these, because this is just wander around the map aimlessly and find junk. Come on.
Hello, Mark.
So you have. Thank you, Layla.
Right. Let's
Okay. There's the achievement. Cleverly named Hoofing It. And jump. And there we go. So now we're headed back home. Save game, go to the waypoint. You'll enter chapter 12. Go through the usual, get on the horse, follow the waypoints, get to the unicorn, find the sword. And it looks like the sword is on the eastern part of the map. So, I mean, after that, we've found all 3 of the artifacts. I don't. Oh God. Oh dear. Oh, all right. One of our one of the limbs that isn't properly attached got stuck in the bridge again. Whoops. I mean, I don't know, like, what else is there to do for the unicorn? It's asked us to find the shield, the helmet, and the sword. And we're about to find the third one, or the third object, so what's it going to ask us to do next? I need you to get my my coffee from the legendary Dunkin' Donuts. Alright, there we go. And that should bring us into chapter 12. Yep, there's the sword. Alright, we'll save the game real quick, because I forgot to do that when we got off the horse.
Layla.
Oh, yeah, here we go again.
There. I need to ride Layla.
Come on, horse. Kick it into high gear so we don't have to listen to that for an hour.
Layla.
I think it's going to meet us on the bridge. Yeah, right before the bridge.
Layla.
Yes, I know. I know. And there's the red thing. And there's the
Hello,
unicorn.
Layla.
Come on. There we go. Oh, I don't think we were supposed to be able to start moving.
Search an air- Today we have
Okay. Yeah, go find the sword. Oh, no, wait. I keep forgetting. We have to go to the first quest. What the heck is that, a possum?
However, there are lots of swords scattered about the search.
That's a... Why is there just a possum out during... Alright, I guess it's the dream world. Whatever.
To handle.
How much you guys want to bet that this game is going to end with the unicorn saying something along the lines of, "You, Layla, you were the guardian of the dream world the whole time." Alright, so we need to go over here. And it is pretty much on the edge of the map. Oh, there's a knight for some reason. Okay. So it's near the edge of the map. And I think it's further up here. More to the right. Oh dear. What's going on? Oh, the unicorn's caught on something. There it is. Alright, now we bring it to the drop-off point, and that's another achievement. I think it's just we're getting to the point where I prefer the unicorn missions more just because they're quicker. Alright,
Excellent reward, Finn.
we've done it! Another $2,000! Hell yeah. So now we have to go to Finn, climb on the carriage right beside him, and drive the soda to the waterfall. And then we get the luxury of driving them back to the village.
The unicorn mentioned that I should help.
So what are the odds, what are the chances that none of the dream world and the unicorn stuff is happening? And that this is all just in this little girl's imagination because she lives in a town of 12 and has no one else to play with or relate to. It's just her, her parents, and then everyone in the town who's obsessed with selling hoof ointment.
Hello, Finn.
Layla,
What can I?
Well.
Ah.
Yep. Soda needs to get to the... Oh. And this is the speed at which we go. What is that? What does that say on the crates? Like, it says Limo. But it says something underneath it. I can't really make it out. It looks something along the lines of, like, better than lemonade. No idea. Let's see here. I'm also just gonna save real quick. Oh boy, we are in... This is literally just ride a horse-drawn cart from one end of the map to the other, and then back. How many do we have here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more achievements. We are almost there. This is mission 13, so we are almost done with the game. So let's see here. For mission 13 is what we're doing right now with the hauling this slow cart across the map. Then hop on your horse and giddy up to that there house of yours. Oh, I see that the person writing this guide was losing their mind playing this game. This begins chapter 14. You'll be shown some jumps you have to make. Save your game and follow the way to your personal unicorn stalker. You will begin a race where you have to jump over the logs. This is risky, so make sure your precious unicorn is bending at the knees and not landing on its horn. You may be thinking it isn't possible for a unicorn to land on its horn and become a catapult, but I saw it happen, and that guy is dead. After the danger race through the obstacles, you unlock complete mission 14. Dismount to wake up the next day only to hear the voices again and follow the path to your unicorn delusion. Okay. This person was clearly having some fun writing this guide. I mean, to be fair, he probably wrote it on this slow journey to the waterfall and back. We're not even halfway there yet. This has got to be just like the final like trek, right? This is the one mission they're like, oh no, we have to pad our games time more. So let's just throw in a mission which takes them literally all the way across the map and then back. For no reason. No reason at all. Let's say that they need to deliver soda. Do we have that free soda asset? It's just, it's crazy. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see here. So as far as games go for like the next game that I'm going to be streaming, so originally I had wanted to stream Sundered Eldritch Edition. I had seen Funhouse play it, and it looked like a lot of fun. Like I was saying previously when I tried to stream it, I didn't realize I owned it. I must have picked it up on it when it was on discount or something like that and forgotten that I had it. But I've been just kind of playing through it off stream for the past, like, I played it a lot over the weekend. I played a little bit before the stream today, and, you know, it's a lot of fun. I really wish I could stream it here, but unfortunately, when I went to stream it, so how it works is, like, I'm playing this on my Xbox right now, and I'm using the companion app to stream to PC, and then just capturing the PC screen. And so when I tried to stream it on Twitch, you know, I streamed it from console to PC, and for some reason the game interpreted the stream to PC as a second player, which made it impossible for me to play it on stream because all players share a health bar, so I couldn't just drag the dummy with me because he'd take hits and then I'd die. So, I will say, I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to stream it. It's a lot of fun, but definitely, if you have not checked out Sundered, absolutely go check it out. There's only one really frustrating part, but beyond that, that's it. It is otherwise a really fun game. Oh, what's going on here? There we go.
Hello, Mark. Here's the soda.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey, Layla. Great. And just...
Okay, we'll...
How much soda is he going through? That's, what? 4, 8, 12. There's 12 bottles to a cart. To a carton. There's 9 cartons, so 9 times 12. What is going on with the cart right now? Why are we waving back and forth? 9 or 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. Was that 108? There's 108 empty soda cans or soda bottles. Dude must really like his limo. Oh, goodness. You know, I will say, this is worse than the collectibles. This one mission is worse than having to run around for all 30 of the collectibles. But we're halfway done with the mission. We've delivered the soda, now we just have to take the empty bottles back. We'll get an achievement, and then I believe the next 2 missions are unicorn missions, which means they'll be relatively quick to complete. And based off of the maps that I'm seeing on the guide, it looks like, you know, it gives you this massive area that you have to search, but really it's not that far off. So, it shouldn't take too long. But, yeah, so I honestly... So, I think I have another game in mind that I'm going to want to play. So, I usually try and save it as a surprise, but I figure, you know, while we're talking on this boring trip across the map. So, I like Adventure Time. And I haven't seen a whole lot of the show. I haven't really watched cable television or really anything on demand in a while. So I haven't, but from what I've seen of the show, I really like it, and I have a bunch of the games that I haven't gotten a chance to really play. So I'm thinking the next one. So there was a three-dimensional open-world Adventure Time game made not too long ago. I think it's Pirates of the Enchiridion. I'm thinking that's going to be the next one. Because, I mean, it's colorful, open world. It certainly won't be as boring as this. I think this is setting a new low for boring. Or setting a new bar for boring. So let me look up that list, see what we're looking at here in terms of how long that game is considered. Let's see here. Adventure Time, Pirates of the Enchiridion. There we go. 10 to 12 hours for a full completion. So yeah, I'd say that's probably going to be the next one. So look forward to that in the future. I am still trying to, learn the ins and outs of Twitch and whatnot. I know that, you'll generally get more people watching if you play something that came out or something new. Like, for instance, I've seen Fall Guys, which I believe is on PC and PS4 at the moment. I don't have it. I know that they've basically just been doing a bunch of closed betas and whatnot. But it looks like it could be a decent time. So, maybe at some point Fall Guys, maybe Minecraft at some point. Me and a couple of my friends, we have a server that we play on. I don't know really how interested people would be in watching me play Minecraft. Most of it is just digging giant holes. So we'll see. But yeah, so like I've taken a look at the top of Twitch, and generally it's like League of Legends, CS:GO. I'm not a huge MOBA fan. I've played a couple, I've enjoyed a couple, but I've seen League, and it's not really for me. It doesn't look that entertaining, and I see it the League subreddit when it pops up, and a lot of the complaints are the community is very toxic, and people they do nothing but sweat constantly on the game. They go full tryhard on the game constantly, and I got a lot of games that I could play that wouldn't stress me out or have me deal with a toxic community, so I think I'm going to stay away from League. And I've tried CS:GO. It's just not really my thing. I have nothing against it. But, it's one of the more quote-unquote realistic shooters. It's nothing crazy like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Which is to say not a bad thing. But, even Call of Duty and Battlefield don't really hold my attention much anymore, so... Alright, we are back in town. We're almost... Oh, excuse me. Goodness. We're almost there. There's the finish line. Jesus, this one mission took about 20 minutes of just trekking back and forth on this slow cart. Come on. No, we missed it a little bit. Interact. And there's an achievement.
Hello, Finn. The soda was delivered, and here are the empty bottles. Probably from last time.
That's great.
Right. Let's go home.
Can I? Okay. Alright, let's head back to the house. We got that. I don't think we're going to need to clean the horse again by the end of the game, just because it looks like both of the next two missions are unicorn related, so we won't actually be riding the horse a whole lot. So we'll run back there. We've just got complete mission 14, complete mission 15, and the infamous quote-unquote win the entire game. And then once we're done with that, I think that's going to be it for the stream. But I saw this sitting on my shelf, and I was just like, you know what, this is a ridiculous game. This is a ridiculous title. It's got to be streamed. And I know a buddy of mine, he and I, we choose a game and we play it to completion, and then we move on to the next one. And I told him I was going to be streaming this, and he thanked me profusely that I wasn't going to choose this for the two of us to play through. You're welcome, by the way, because it's hard enough for me to sit through, and I'm streaming it. All right, so there we go. And that'll be the end of the day. All right, chapter 14, Over Hedge and Ditch. I'm going to save the game. We're going to go outside and we're going to hear Layla, as we always have through this whole game. Yep, there it is. There it is.
There. I need to write Layla.
All right. What are the chances of this being close to us? Well, it's not that far off. We can see the giant explosion of light.
Layla.
Alright, let's see here.
Layla.
Yes, I know, we're almost there. Come on. And stop. Alright, and there's the unicorn.
Layla, climb.
And we're off to the dream world.
Right.
Alright,
Ride me to the starting point of the race over Hedge and
Okay.
Ditch. Check the map to see.
here we are.
You have reached as the name implies. When you're ready,
Come on, turn around, you stupid... Oh my goodness. You stupid horse. Come on. There we go. It says win the race. There's no timer. There's no one else here. Okay, there's just a huge cement pipe. Are these all just... Alright, that's a log. Alright. So this is fairly easy. Oh, no. Come on. Or at least it would be if the unicorn didn't handle like a boat on land. Alright, there we go. I guess it's counting that as a successful jump. Looked like the back legs came down on the logs to me. Again, with just a cement pipe. Stop, slow down, come on. There we go. This one literally just around the entire map? Oh, there it is. Okay.
here's your. I will call
Again, money has no purpose. Alright, there's chapter 14. Much, much faster than that soda delivery. Also, I like that they put the knights in here, but they have no purpose. Alright, the Guardian of the Dream World. I'm calling it. It's supposed to be Layla. Layla is going to be the Guardian of the Dream World. The unicorn's just like, oh, I need you to find these things for a friend.
Layla.
Where's our horse?
The unicorn is calling. I must ride to the...
Yeah, we're done here. Where's my horse? Did my horse just straight up abandon me?
Layla.
Alright, I guess we're running. Because my horse is just nowhere to be found. Alright, so dismount to wake up the next day only to hear the voices again. Follow the path to your unicorn delusion and continue your unhealthy trip down the rabbit hole. But don't forget to save. You are warned that this next task will lead to the end of the game. This is good. Your horse is nowhere to be found, so just run to the unicorn. Run with both arms open and sing songs on the way. Mount the unicorn and become the unicorn princess. Ride to the campsite and you will be forced to recollect the 3 items. And then there's a map. Oh boy, alright. So it's having us recollect all 3 items for some reason. Alright.
Hello, Unica. Yes.
Okay, so let's see here. This is like the last loading screen. I'll have you guys know as soon as that last achievement pops, I'm done. Not trying to drag this out any longer. Alright, we need to ride the marker to the Guardian of the Dream World at the campsite. Why? Wasn't that a town? Oh no, this is the field south of town. Okay. Alright, where's the Guardian? Oh, it is the knight. The knight serves a purpose.
Oh no! The Guardian of the Dream. Where is his shield? We must find. I hope I can find. I'm sure there is shield. If you pick once, you pick when you have here.
Okay, so it's just some random guy in armor that is the Guardian. Alright, so the shield is up by the village. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot about the stupid thing where you have to confirm that you want to start the mission you're already on. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to waste time. We're going for the speed run here. The guide says 3 to 4 hours, but we've been going for 2.5. We gotta go on the speed run. If we can complete it in the next 25 minutes, we're officially faster than the guide. See, even this minor amount... wait, is that... Can we seriously see it all the way from over here, that shininess? See, like, the music that's playing right now, the little, like, mystical backdrop music, that makes sense. Have that over the entire game. Something just like a little jingle. Anything, please. Okay, so this is the shield.
Wonderful. You found the Guardian's shield.
And so now we're headed to the waterfall to get the helmet. At least this trip will be faster than lugging a cart of soda. Oh, nope. Random sword in the middle of the field. We don't want that. It's the only thing is I can't just kind of AFK my way over to the waterfall. I've actually got to I've actually got to pay somewhat amount of attention just because we don't want to pick up the wrong stuff. It is on the right side of the waterfall near where we dropped off the sodas. And then luckily the the sword is not too far away. It's back where we found statue number 8 at the tip of the lake. Alright. We're getting there. There's these houses, and it looks like on the guide there's, Oh wait, is this the old blacksmith? Are they doing some time travel nonsense? No, it looks like it's just a house. I was gonna say, that'd be kinda neat if they were doing some time travel stuff. Alright, there's the shininess of the helmet, I think. There we go. Oh! Missed it by that much. Oh god, the unicorn's front feet aren't doing too hot either.
Found the Guardian's helmet.
Alright, so now we'll double back. We gotta cross the bridge. And then it is back where we found one of the unicorn statues. Also, again, we have $21,000 for no reason. We bought all the clothes, we bought all the hair dye, we bought all the horse accessories. There is no reason for us to keep collecting money. I mean, I guess you could buy all the horses, but I guarantee you we have more than enough to cover all the other horses. Alright, let's see here. So it's going to be somewhere up here by that rock outcrop from before. Yep, there it is. Come on.
Awesome, Layla. You found the Guardian's sword.
Alright, so now we just got to return to the Guardian, hand this stuff in, and then I think we will be done. Another game down, another 1,000 gamer score to add to the pile, another game for the wall. That wall, specifically. Yes, I do have a lot of money. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. Alright, so we've already established faster to cross the bridge and to swim. So we're going to do that. Oh, no. Oh, yep, there we go. Even the unicorn's capable of getting stuck on a flat piece of geometry. Alright, and we are almost back to the Guardian. Just real quick, I'm gonna save the game. Just in case. Safety save. There we go. Alright, return to the Guardian. Save your game. And then complete the game. So there's his shield, there's his helmet, and there's his sword. They spent the whole animation budget on that. Alright, the Guardian of the Dream World has been kitted out.
Layla, you've been a great... Don't forget me. And
Thanks for playing. So there's Noble Knight, complete mission 15. And there is Dream Dancer for winning the entire game. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. And then, let's see that achievement list. Boom. 20 of 20. 1,000 gamer score unlocked. Ladies and gentlemen of the stream, we've done it. We have done it. So, I think that's where we're going to end. We did the speed run. 2 hours, 42 minutes. Guide says 3 to 4 hours. Much faster. That's us. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for the stream. I still have to eat dinner, so I'm going to go do that. Thank you all for tuning in, helping me achievement hunt here. Like I said, next game's probably going to be Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Follow me if you haven't. You'll get a notification when I go live. And thank you all again for tuning in. I will see you all next time. Stay tuned.